Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Continuing to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 5. We heard that Nanda Maharaj is gone to pay his taxes to Kamsa, and Vasudev heard that Nanda Maharaj was in Mathura. So he's come to visit him, asking him about how are Krishna and Balaram, making sure that Nanda Maharaj doesn't know that he has swapped the babies. Going on, Sri Nanda Vacha,
Sri Nanda Uvacha
Ahote Devaki Putra,
Ahote
Devaki Putra
Kamsena Bahavo Hataha,
Kamsena Bahavo Hataha
Eka Vashishta Avaraja,
Eka
Vashta
Avajja
Avraja
Kanya Sapi Divam Gata.
Kanya Sapi
Divam Gata.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Nanda Maharaj said, Alas, King Kamsa killed so many of your children, born of Devaki, and your one daughter, the youngest child of all, entered the heavenly planets. When Vasudeva understood from Nanda Maharaj that the mystery of Krishna's birth and his having been exchanged with Yashoda's daughter was yet undisclosed, he was happy that things were going on nicely. Because Vasudeva does not want Kamsa to know, right? So if Nanda Maharaj knows, then somehow the word may spread. By saying that Vasudeva's daughter, his youngest child, had gone to the heavenly planets, Nanda Maharaj indicated that he did not know that this daughter was born of Yashoda, and that Vasudeva had exchanged her with Krishna. Thus, the doubts of Vasudeva were dispelled. Nunam hi adrishta nishtoyam
Nunam
Adrishta Nishtoyam
adrishta paramo janaha
Adrishta
Adrishto
Paramo Jana
Paramojana
adrishtam atmanastatvam
Adrishtam
Adrishto
Atmanasattvam
Atmasattvam
yo veda na samuyati.
Yo
Yo Vedana
Vedana
Samuyati.
Every man is certainly controlled by destiny, which determines the results of one's fruitive activities. In other words, one has a son or daughter because of unseen destiny, and when the son or daughter is no longer present, this is also due to unseen destiny. Destiny is the ultimate controller of everyone. One who knows this is never bewildered. Nanda Maharaj consoled his younger brother Vasudeva by saying that destiny is ultimately responsible for everything. Vasudeva should not be unhappy that his many children had been killed by Kamsa, or that the last child, the daughter, had gone to the heavenly planets. So what we are destined to receive, Nanda Maharaj is saying that. What we are destined to receive, that will come. Sometimes we get good things, sometimes we get bad things, based on what we are supposed to receive. Okay, the devotee always understands whatever he's receiving as mercy of Krishna. The devotee, he sees Krishna under every circumstance. When he's suffering, he says, oh, with my destiny, I would have suffered more. Krishna is taking away most of my suffering, just giving me a little. And when happiness comes, the devotee says, oh, I was not destined to achieve so much happiness, but it is Krishna's mercy that he's giving me so much. Shri Vasudeva Vacha
Sri
Sri
Vasudeva
Vasudeva Uvacha
Karo Varshiko Datto
Karo
Vashiko
Varshiko
Datto
Ragye Drishta Vayam Chavaha
Ragi
Ragini
Drishtavaya
Vishtavayam Chavaha
Nehastheyam bahutitham
Nisteyam Bahudikam
santis utpatascha gokule.
Santi Utpatascha Gokul.
Vasudev said to Nanda Maharaj, now my dear brother, since you have paid the annual taxes to Kamsa and also seen me, do not stay in this place for many days. It is better to return to Gokul, since I know that there may be some disturbances there. So Vasudeva is saying, you paid your taxes. Like, काम हो गया अभी. अभी काम हो गया, please go soon. Because Kamsa was killing so many babies, right? So Vasudeva is concerned. Shishukovacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
iti nandadayo gopam
Iti
Iti
Nandadayo
Dayogopam
proktaste shaurinayayo
Prokta Te
Proktaste
Chaurinayayu
anobir anadut yuktes
Anubir Anudut
Anubhutam
Yuktis
tam anugyapya gokulam.
Tam
Anugyapya Gokulam.
Anukulam.
Sukadev Goswami said after Vasudeva advised Nanda Maharaj in this way, Nanda Maharaj and his associates, the cowherd men, took permission from Vasudeva, yoked their bulls to the bullock carts, and started riding for Gokul. Thus ended Bhaktivedanta purports to the 10th canto, 5th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva. Okay, so anybody wanted to add anything? Comments?
Just that how much he trusted,
Mm-hmm.
how much Nanda Maharaj trusted Vasudev. Like there was a trust factor also in between both of them. Like how he said that, just leave now, go,
Yeah, yeah.
because I know that there have been something going on and children are being killed. So just leave. And the worry of a father as a Vasudev Maharaj.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
both things.
Okay, nice. Right, so let's go on to chapter 6. The killing of the demon Putana. She's the first demon Krishna kills. Putana. Shishukovacha.
Sri
Sorry,
Shukavacha.
there's a
Uh,
summary.
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Before
Yeah.
verses. Yeah. A summary of the 6 chapters as follows. When Nanda Maharaj, following the instructions of Vasudeva, was returning home, he saw a great demoniac woman lying on the road. And then he heard about her death. While Nanda Maharaj, the king of Raj, was thinking about Vasudev's words concerning disturbances in Gokul, he was a little afraid and sought shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Hari. Meanwhile, Kamsa sent to the village of Gokul a Rakshasi named Putana, who was wandering here and there killing small babies. Of course, wherever there is no Krishna consciousness, there is the danger of such Rakshasis. But since the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself was in Gokul, Putana could expect nothing there but her own death. One day Putana arrived from outer space in Gokul, the home of Nanda Maharaj, and by displaying her mystic power, she assumed the disguise of a very beautiful woman. Taking courage, she immediately entered Krishna's bedroom without anyone's permission. By the grace of Krishna, no one forbade her to enter the house or the room, because that was Krishna's desire. The baby Krishna, who resembled a fire covered by ashes, looked upon Putana and thought that he would have to kill this demon, the beautiful woman. Enchanted by the influence of Yoga Maya and the personality of Godhead, Putana took Krishna upon her lap, and neither Rohini nor Yashoda objected. The demon Putana offered her breast for Krishna to suck, but her breast was smeared with poison. The child Krishna therefore squeezed Putana's breast so severely that in unbearable pain she had to assume her original body and fell to the ground. Then Krishna began playing on her breast just like a small child. When Krishna was playing, the gopis were pacified and took the child away to their own laps. After this incident, the gopis took precautions because of the attack of the Rakshasi. Mother Yashoda gave the child her breast to suck and then laid him in bed. Meanwhile, Nanda and his associates, the cowherdmen, returned from Mathura. And when they saw the great dead body of Putana, they were struck with wonder. Everyone was astonished that Vasudeva had foretold this mishap, and they praised Vasudeva for his power of foresight. The inhabitants of Raj cut the gigantic body of Putana into pieces, but because Krishna had sucked her breast, she had been freed from all sins, and therefore when the cowherdmen burned the pieces of her body in a fire, the smoke filled the air with a very pleasing fragrance. Ultimately, although Putana had desired to kill Krishna, she attained the Lord's abode. From this incident, we gain the instruction that if one is attached to Krishna somehow or other, even as an enemy, one ultimately attains success. What then is to be said of devotees who are naturally attached to Krishna in love? When the inhabitants of Raj heard about the killing of Putana and the welfare of the child, they were very much satisfied. Nanda Maharaj took the baby Krishna on his lap and was filled with satisfaction. Okay. Shri Shukavacha
Shri Shukha Uvacha
Nanda Pati Vacha Shaurer
Nandaha Pati Vataha Shaurya
Namrisheti Vichintayan
Vrisheti Vichintayan
Harim Jagama Sharanam
Harim
Harim
Jagama Sharanam
Utpat Agama Shankitaha.
Utpat Agama Shankitaha
Sankita.
Sukadev Goswami continued, My dear king, while Nanda Maharaj was on the way home, he considered that what Vasudev had said could not be false or useless. There must have been some danger of disturbances in Gokul. As Nanda Maharaj thought about the danger for his beautiful son, Krishna, he was afraid, and he took shelter at the lotus feet of the Supreme Controller. Whenever there is danger, the pure devotee thinks of the protection and shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is also advised in Bhagavad Gita 9:33. Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvama. In this material world, there is danger at every step. Padam padam yat vipadam. Therefore, a devotee has no other recourse than to take shelter of the Lord at every step. Taking shelter of the Lord. Nanda Maharaj, he's here afraid of Krishna. And he's praying to God now that, okay, you please save my baby Krishna. Krishna is God. Krishna's father, Nanda, is praying. Uh, Sometimes we hear that they would pray to Narayan, Vishnu. It's just their love is so much. They, they can't see that, oh, Krishna is God. They don't want to accept Krishna as God. They love him so much. They're so attached to him. When we are so attached to someone or something, we are always afraid it may get lost or he may come, some harm may come to him because of this attachment. So taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. Whose shelter do we take?
Krishna Shelter. Same.
Krishna's shelter. Yeah, we should be taking Krishna's shelter at every moment.
So Shilpa ji, then just to
Mm.
clarify the yesterday's point, then it is okay to ask Krishna for anything because we don't know whom else to
Yeah, of
ask for,
course.
right? It's perfectly fine because we don't know then whom to talk and whom to tell because we are
Exactly.
suffering too much, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's why Bhagavatam is telling us, right? Akama sarva kamova. Moksha kama udariti. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Yajeta parampada. Right?
Yeah.
That whether we are having all material desires, No material desires. We desire liberation. Whatever, just come to Krishna. So what happens? Of course, in the higher stages of bhakti, we see that the devotees don't ask. But we are not there as yet.
Mm.
You know, it's
Yeah.
the pure devotees, they don't ask Krishna. But, how do we get there? We have to get there. We are not yet there. So we have so many desires. We have fears, maybe, or we have suffering, maybe. So who do we turn to? Turn to Krishna. And the pure devotee, he is also turning to Krishna. He's turning to Krishna out of love. So whatever may be the condition, just come to Krishna.
Mm.
Like how Nanda Maharaj, no, is
Yeah,
taking shelter, asking for protection for his.
protection, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's asking protection for Krishna. Mm. So it's natural. It's natural when we are in danger or our loved ones are in danger. It's very natural to pray, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly something's happening and we are so much in danger. It's natural.
Mm.
Or our loved ones are in danger or something's happening with them. It's very natural to
Yeah.
ask.
Because
Of
we
course,
don't
then
know
we may
what to
say,
do.
yeah,
Because we don't know what to do and whom,
yeah,
because we ourselves are bewildered, right? That we don't know why this has happened suddenly and what is now, what do we do? So if we look up to Krishna and we ask for his shelter and protection, or what else can we do? We have nothing,
yeah,
because nobody can solve the problem. We know that.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. We just say, Krishna, please help us, please save us. Yeah. Again, when we take shelter of Krishna, then sometimes what may happen is we may put conditions,
Hmm.
right? कि अभी ये टिक
Um,
मार्क होना चाहिए, ऐसा 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 होना चाहिए. But that we have to leave to Krishna.
yeah, I think we like, I mean, after just listening to some, definitely we're not pure devotee, but then the conditions are not there, but then we have nobody. So we just ask him, like, do whatever
Then
you think
that's
is good.
very good.
We just trust you. Because
Yes,
we have nobody. We
yes,
need to turn back to, we have nobody.
yes.
So
And this
we
is
just-
needed. You know why? To nourish our relationship with Krishna. Then it nourishes our relationship with Krishna, right?
Hmm.
We are
Okay.
getting closer to Krishna. As you say, then that feeling is there, oh, well, I have nobody else to turn to. Who else am I going to tell my whatever, my sorrows to? Who else am I going to reveal my heart to? I need to tell Krishna. I need to
Hmm.
take shelter of Krishna. So in this way, we are coming closer to Krishna. We are nourishing our relationship with him.
Because I remember Adi Gadadhar Prabhu saying that, Krishna, you have so many children, but I just have you. I have nobody else.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
might have so many of them, but I just have you. I have nobody.
yeah,
So what do I do? You are my everything.
yeah. Very good. Yeah. That's how we that's how we have to be also. Because that's the truth. Taking shelter of Krishna. Padam padam yat vipadam. Every step there is danger. Mm. Is that okay? Anyone wanted to
Yeah.
add any more? Shelter. Yeah. Okay. So taking shelter of Krishna. Kamsena prahita ghora.
Kamsena Prahita Ghora
Putana balaghatani.
Putanam
Balam Patani
Shishumscha chara niknanti
Shishumschara Niknanti
Puragrama Vrajadishu.
Puragramavrajadishu.
When Nanda Maharaj was returning to Gokul, the same fierce Putana whom Kams had previously engaged to kill babies was wandering about in the towns, cities, and villages, doing her nefarious duty. So by the time Nanda Maharaj is in the journey, he's coming home and here Putana is roaming around, killing babies. Na yatra shravanadini
Na yatra shravanati
raksho gnani swakarmasu
raksho
kurvanti satvatam bhartur
kurvanti satvatam vartu
yatu dhanayascha tatrahi.
yatu
My dear king, wherever people in any position perform their occupational duties of devotional service by chanting and hearing Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, there cannot be any danger from bad elements. Therefore, there was no need for anxiety about Gokul while the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally present. Sukadev Goswami spoke to this verse to mitigate the anxiety of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was a devotee of Krishna, and therefore when he understood that Putana was causing disturbances in Gokul, he was somewhat perturbed. Sukadev Goswami therefore assured him that there was no danger in Gokul. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has sung, Namashraya kare yatane tumi, thakaha apane kaje. Everyone is thus advised to seek shelter in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and remain engaged in his own occupational duty. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, you be where you are and please chant Hare Krishna. Take shelter of the holy name. How do we take shelter of Krishna? We were just speaking of taking shelter of Krishna by calling out to Krishna, right? We're taking his name, calling his name. We are seeing his deity, we are calling his name. So advice in taking shelter, chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. When we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, taking shelter of Krishna. So remain where we are and chant Hare Krishna. There is no loss in this and the gain is tremendous. Even from a material point of view, everyone should take to chanting the Hare Krishna mantra to be safe from all kinds of danger. So Prabhupada is saying here, even if somebody has, if we look at it materially, by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, all material things also become very nice. This world is full of danger. Padam padam yat vipadam. Therefore, we should be encouraged to chant the Hare Krishna mantra so that in our family, society, neighborhood, and nation, everything will be smooth and free from danger. So, our heart will get purified. We will understand we have a relationship with Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, by taking shelter of Krishna. And materially also, everything will become nice. Prabhupada is saying here, everything will be smooth and free from danger. So both ways it is beneficial. Did you all want to say something, add something? It's just like basically on the same theme, right? Taking shelter of Krishna, taking shelter of the holy name. So we'll stop here. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna. Thank you all for listening.